Front eventually is going to blow out.
Here come the leaders down pit road. Let's start our coverage with Vince Welch.
Chase Elliott, who won earlier this season at Daytona, pitting from the 4th position, said the car started off a little free, but it got a lot better as he went. They're going to go down a half round on the track bar and 4 tires. Chris?
Well, Kyle Busch saying his car is great in 3 and 4 early in the run. A little bit edgy down in 1 and 2, but about 8 laps ago, he said, I'm starting to lose the nose on the car. We're going to go 4 tires on this stop. Jamie?
Daniel Suarez says he's a little loose off, but it's tight center they will adjust for, an air pressure adjustment. The 20 of Eric Jones started on the pole today. Said he's too tight in 3 and 4. The rear end feels good. It's a 4-tire stop.
The problems for Eric Jones a moment ago on pit road. Chase Elliott went 4th to 7th on this cycle.
These guys are such athletes, Adam. I just love watching this poetry in motion.
Problems with the jack here.
It looks like he missed that jack stop, you know, and that's something that's so small, and they're trying to do these pit stops in 11 seconds, you know, and that's just so on the edge. These guys are real athletes, and when you're right on the edge like that, those mistakes are going to happen just like you see on the racetrack when the drivers are racing.
And as a driver, it's over so quickly. You stop in your box. There's not time to get a drink or even think about anything. You got to do your job even on pit road.
There's no brakes.
Running 9th is Chase Elliott. He came into that pit stop in 4th position, but they had a 17-second pit stop. And as we'll take a look at, the problem was with the jack. The jack did not fit under the left side of the car when Chase came in and made that pit stop. So they had to actually lift the car up. We'll take a look at it here. Watch the jack man as he comes around. He inserts the jack under the post. No, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. They had to work with it. Finally got it up under there. That cost them serious time. They've got another jack. They're going to try it. And we've got a yellow on the track.
Yeah, they may be able to put it to use right now. 3rd caution of the day coming out as we are 5 laps shy of the halfway point.
You know, we talk about Chase Elliott and his pit stops. You know, they have the flat tire jack, which I think they're probably going to use, but that's something the pit crew has to do when they get to the racetrack, is you got to, you know, practice and make sure the jack stop's set in the right spot, because these guys practice with pit stop cars that are set up the way, you know, the best for them and how they work on it. But sometimes the race car, when you get to the racetrack, is just different.
And Adam, this will be an interesting pit stop.
Ooh, a little tight into turn 3. Teammates, all 3 of them. Woo. Settle down, Rick. It'll be all right.
Picking up from the Saturday race, no one has led today but Kyle Busch. 60 circuits, he's been out front for every one of them. Here's for 11th. Chase Elliott trying to get by Eric Almirola as they battle. Jamie?
Chase Elliott doing a nice job. Started the day 17th. This is his first time here in a Cup car. And I talked to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, and asked what are some of the big differences here. He said the main thing is getting Chase comfortable with the tools he has inside that race car. Most notably, the track bar adjuster. Chase is not comfortable using it yet. So every time he talks about the car today, Alan is reminding him, use your track bar adjuster.
Another thing that I heard him talking about, Jamie, was the horsepower and how you have to gently get in the throttle with a Cup car versus an Xfinity car where you just kind of nailed it all the time. Got to be a little bit more gentle with the throttle with these more powerful Cup cars.
Now Eric Almirola's been in the top 10 much of the race, but Matt, now he's given up some spots.
He's up high. Look at him get that run on Joey Logano down the front straightaway.
What I like about Chase, I mentioned this last week, he drives like his dad. He's a real patient guy. He doesn't get in a hurry, and he takes his time, and he takes what's given to him.
Larry, if we don't have it.
And I'm looking at the 24 and Chase Elliott. He's in a car that debuted right here a year ago with our own Jeff Gordon driving. He's made adjustments inside the car. He's up to 6th right now. Don't count the 24 out.
Rookie in the race right now, Chase Elliott has made a nifty move. He's got Jimmy Johnson behind him, then Kurt Busch, Joey Logano. Have a look at this.
Yeah, here's Chase working on the 41 of Kurt Busch. Gets a nice little run, gets to his quarter pound. Now what he's going to do is use that 30 car. Josh Wise out in front of him as a pick. Kurt can't go anywhere. He's right behind the 30. And nice way. Yeah, pick and roll right there. That's a nice way to make a pass.
That's a veteran move right there, buddy.
He's driving like a veteran today.
Elliott is 6th, Ryan Blaney One thing you see is that big blue outside retaining wall. Chase Elliott may have gotten a little too close to it.
I just lost that right rear there. Got to scrape the wall. Okay, we'll look out of here.
I love the calmness of the crew chief. Okay, we'll take a look at it.
These are some of the warmest temperatures this track has seen. They're 4 wide right here.
And Chase right in the middle. 2 rookies in the midst of 2 veterans. The 24 Elliott, the 21 Blaney, and Brad Keselowski and Jamie McMurray just swarmed right around him.
And that's exactly what this racetrack offers. It's so awesome, the racing that we was talking about.
Chase Elliott battling Jamie McMurray for 12th. Matt, are they concerned about him having scraped the wall?
They talked about it, and they have put it behind them at this junction, Mike. But when you look at that 24, one area that Chase wanted to improve on, knowing 2, 3, 4 wide is the norm here at Auto Cup Speedway, he changed the mirror this morning inside his race car. A longer mirror, but it also has a curve. He said he did not visually have the comfort on the right rear corner of the car with the old mirror. He feels like this will help him. He utilized it in short track racing as well as Xfinity. I'm not sure what it is about the guys, whether they're old or new, in that 24. They like to adjust the mirrors.
And Mike, the right side of the
The Auto Club 400 is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back to the garage.
Green flag stops. Race leader Jimmy Johnson and Martin Truex pitted. That handed the lead to Chase Elliott. Now he's in the pit lane along with a dozen others at lap 84 after the longest green flag run of the day. Matt Kenseth is the new race leader. Denny Hamlin, too fast entering. Jamie.
This time, all clear behind you.
And Carl Edwards saying he's a little bit tight. He got beat on that restart. They wiped the grill. 4 tires stop. Wedge in air pressure, Matt.
Well, great run by Chase Elliott. The previous stop, they pushed a spring rubber in the right rear to help fix the tightness. It certainly did. It lit the car up. He moved up near the front. Meanwhile, the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s in. Chassis adjustment.
Whoa, wow.
Yikes.
Big move by Chase Elliott, cutting right across the nose of Carl Edwards, but he made the pass on Joey Logano.
His confidence is high right now. That car's running good, and he's been moving up, and he's got a lot of confidence right now. That was one of those moves.
Well, what have you often said? New tires make you feel like Superman. Watch that 24 a lap ago. From the top to the bottom.
Oh, my gosh, that was bold. Woo.
That left front is the worst we've had. So we get to a green flag stop situation like that, you just have to go 80% for about 3 laps or so. Pace it. That left front that just came off right now? Yeah, copy. But the left rear is okay. 10-4.
So that's crew chief Alan Gustafson talking about his left side tires. Early in a run is where a lot of the damage can be done to these left side tires. Hey, Matt, you got a further report?
That's actually the second straight run, Jeff, that they've had a small issue where the sidewall meets the shoulder of the tire. And Chase said that he would go about 80% for the first 3 to 4 laps just to be a little extra conservative on that left front tire.
Well, that was 110%.
I was going to say, where was the 80% down
No,
to
that wasn't 80%, I promise.
Still middle of 3. Half back to the 2 up top. Still middle of 3. Middle of 3.
Ryan Blaney in the 21.
And by the way, wrapping up NASCAR Goes West, even though Jimmy Johnson won this race, Harvick average finish of 3rd over the 3 West Coast. So for the 2nd year in a row, he's the best of the West.
You got to give a call to Chase Elliott. A strong run out west. He put himself in contention, and he was talking about maybe wins for that kid. Look at Landon Castle and Brian Scott. Great runs in the top 20. Boyer got his season heading in the right direction. Another good sign.
Trevor Bayne winding up 20th.
Cody Baker, the number 24 car, was the winner last time we were here, but it wasn't this driver, the young driver, Chase Elliott, making his second start. Will be making his second start here at Martinsville Speedway, signing some autographs for fans as we go to sign in here at the NASCAR hauler. Obviously, the 24 car is such a popular car in this sport. And now Chase Elliott, one of the popular drivers in this sport, driving the 3M machine, taking time for his fans right here to sign some autographs. And his biggest rookie competitor, arguably, right next door, the number 21 of Ryan Blaney. And there's the number 24 slam down on the ground. I was going to say if the right side jacked up. Louis DiDonato, it's my birthday Monday. You would like to see Chase Elliott's 3M car. There is Chase Elliott, and there is his 3M car. And he's got a throng of fans behind the trailer, behind the car, following him. Get an autograph. Dawsonville driver. That was such a story last year. This race had a lot of storylines last year, but the 24 being in victory lane and Jeff Gordon's final win as the Sprint Cup Series competitor just makes this place so iconic to Jeff Gordon. And now carrying on that legacy in number is Chase Elliott here in that 3M Chevrolet. Talking with Alan Gustafson. Series 48. 48 different winners. Will it be the 48 this weekend? He has 8. Can he make it 9? Can he make it number 78? Ricky Stenhouse, can he figure this place out? Chase Elliott, he already has a start here. That's a great thing. His first start here last year in the spring didn't fare too well, 38th place finish. But you know what? At least he's got a head start over fellow rookies like Ryan Blaney.
Starting grid for today's race. Leading off from the front row, Joey Logano has scored his 3rd straight Martinsville pole. In his Penske Ford, his best finish here is 2nd. And alongside Casey Kane, whose best finish this year is 10th in his Hendrick Chevrolet. He also has a runner-up finish here at Martinsville Speedway.
Hey, Casey, this is Jeff up in the FS1 booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man, you look good up on that front row. You had a great race car yesterday, but you're starting in that outside lane. We know how important that inside lane is. You got a plan there to get to the inside? One of these guys, maybe Vicker's going to let you in?
Well, I don't know. I hope to either, get off turn 2 and tuck down on the back stretch. I know as the race goes, the outside can gain you a little bit for a lap or 2 and then really lose after that, especially depending where you're out on the track. So it's a tough spot to be in once in a while.
Yeah, and also, it's pretty cool temperatures today. I know the sun's out, but we know it takes some track temp to get the rubber to lay down. So how hard do you push here, and how much are you thinking about conserving those tires on the long run?
Well, I think definitely early, this first couple of runs, you're going to probably go through them as quick as we will all day long with the cold temps and things. And then the track might tighten up a touch after that, but yeah, you have to conserve. You don't want to lose track position either.
No, if it's not going to go in the track, it's going to roll up to the top. And buddy, Jeff, you get out of that groove, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, we've seen him practice where that.
Of the original NASCAR tracks from the very first season of Strictly Stock, now the Sprint Cup Series outside.
Made a nice move on that outside, picked up a spot or 2.
He had his buddy Chase Elliott, rookie contenders, going at it right here that maybe could have let him in, but Chase says, no, it's too early for that.
Ryan is 10th, or rather 11th on the outside of Elliott. Matt Kenseth right behind. No gap there.
Better get down now, because you're going to pay the price if you don't.
Yeah, and you'll see Brad Keselowski, he'll fill that gap in a second.
Well, they are teammates to some degree.
That's true.
So he did, I think, cut him some slack there, and Blaney was able to get in line.
Yep, little Curtis, Matt Kenseth. One of our rookies just had a moment with Jamie Mack.
Haven't they been? Didn't they have something going earlier in the race?
Behind him, they're battling earlier. He got in the back of Jamie, but right there, he just got real loose getting into the corner.
And got freight train. And the freight train isn't even running today.
Well, we saw one of the best out here, and Denny Hamlin wheel hop and get loose and tear his race car up going into one. So.
Chase Elliott too fast entering the pits. I believe Chase Elliott will get the free pass.
Mike, this is a real test of teammates right here. You're going to have the 18 and 20 on a restart. What are they going to do?
Well, before that, Larry, what are we going to do? Are we going to pit? And if so, for what?
Well, Mike, we have 19 drivers on the lead lap.
Overtime races in the NASCAR season, but this a tight finish in the unofficial results. Kyle Busch finishing 4th or better now in 5 of the 6 races this season.
And Jimmy Johnson was a hard cat to figure out, as was Brad Keselowski. They could charge up toward those Gibbs cars, but couldn't quite get there. Matt Kenseth had the car at the end of the race, but circumstances took him out of shape.
And Paul Menard, first top 10 finish this season. Ryan Blaney, first Martinsville race he appeared in. Carl Edwards, 7th or better now in 5 of 6 races this season.
What about a couple of our rookies? Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney, they're just sticking together everywhere they go, 19th and 20th today. Trevor Baynes struggled all weekend after going to a backup car back to 27th.
I mentioned Carl Edwards, who's yet to...
Last couple of years here have been outstanding. 2 first-time winners in the spring race. What do you think about that, Michael?
I just think it shows how talented these young Xfinity racers are. Chase Elliott came here in 2014. We knew he was good, but we didn't know how good he was. He outdueled Kevin Harvick late to get the victory, and from then on, we knew that kid was something special. Same thing last spring. Eric Jones battles hard against Brad Keselowski and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale said after the race.
Race winner, Eric Jones starting on the front row. Let's go from the driver's seat, Carl.
Hey Eric, this is Carl Edwards up in the FS1 booth. You won here a year ago. How confident are you can shock them again and get the win tonight?
Well, I feel pretty good about it. I think we got a good game to stop Camry, and one that I think can contend here with the 18. So that's going to be the guy I believe we're going to be racing most of the night. But Texas, and we're going to be slipping and sliding around all night. But we just got to stay up on adjustments and have a really solid night. I think we'll be able to do it. Should be exciting.
Eric, you said it. You're going to be slipping and sliding all night. How do you decide whether you try to hug that white line at the bottom or go out next to the wall and scrape against?
Up to 14th. Here they come, Chris.
Well, in that first stop, lots of changes to that 22 car. Just a few changes on that last stop. Brad Keselowski saying we're progressively getting better. The car is still a little bit loose on entry. Going to be an air pressure change on this stop. Chase Elliott saying, hey, the balance much better than before. Let's just do a little air pressure at the rear. Vince.
The 42, Kyle Larson, comes in from the lead. He says the car's actually been pretty consistent, so they're not going to make any changes. Just 4 tires for the 42.
A quick call from the driver's seat. Kyle Busch wanted to back up on the air pressure change in the front that they'd made on the previous stop chassis.
A lot of fun racing with Dale. That was really cool. We were giving each other a hard time, and I think we were both having fun with it. So enjoyed doing that. Obviously don't enjoy finishing 4th, unfortunately. And, you know, like I said, we made gains from where we started, but definitely not where we need to be to win one of these races yet.
You know, this old track's wore out, slick, fun to race on. Chase, me and him had a great battle. That was fun. I know he enjoyed it. He just got me there right at the end. I started coming back to him. I was real loose, and it started hooking up a little bit at the end, but I just ran out of laps. We could have started that all over again and kept on digging. But that was fun, and hopefully the fans enjoyed some of the racing they saw. Kyle, he's fast and hard to beat in these cars.
The field rolls out behind the safety car. And let's have a look at the Geico starting grid for tonight's race. Carl Edwards has his 2nd Texas pole, his 1st of the year. Joey Logano, his 3rd front row start this season. He's the 2014 winner. Martin Truex, fastest in both practices. Chase Elliott won the Xfinity race here in 2014. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 12th or better on the 1.5 miles this year. Denny Hamlin, a 2-time Texas winner.
Chase Elliott had a great weekend going. He qualified 4th, and he had a really stable car that was fast. But after happy hour on Friday, they found something they didn't like with the transmission. They swapped it out, so he's starting in the back. His crew chief, Alan Gustafson, said tonight, watch for patience to be a virtue for Chase Elliott. He also said he's going to have to pass cars the old-fashioned way, one at a time, because you're not going to gain many positions on pit road when everyone will take 4 tires. Overall, cars falling off quicker than they'd like. 4 tires, fuel wedge, and air pressure adjustment for the 19.
A lot of congestion on pit road. Vince.
The 20 of Matt Kenseth comes in. He says the car started out much better on that run, but it has swung from tight to loose as the run progressed. Again, maybe the track changing a bit, as others have noted. 4 tires and air pressure. Fast stop. Jamie.
Chase Elliott doing a nice job. Started in the back, worked his way up into the top 15 already, paying attention to his car and learning. This is his first time in Texas. He locks it up, comes into his box, a 4-tire stop. They'll fill him up with fuel, giving very good feedback tonight as the tire flies. No chassis adjustments, just air pressure for the 24.
He restarted 29th and he led that lap. Matt Kenseth led the previous lap, and we cycle back around to Martin Truex in the 78 as the race leader.
My guy started last, and he's raced all the way up inside the top 10. It's only taken half the race to do that. I look for Chase Elliott to have a really competitive second half and maybe get in contention to win his first ever Sprint Cup race. The rookie is tough.
And we're keeping a close eye on Chase Elliott, who radioed in concern about a vibration.
Hey, I recognize that guy. Tony Morse, Fast Pro Shops.
So let's hear what Chase Elliott called in.
Stuck on the wheels tight. Yeah, you got a vibration? Yep. It's getting worse? Yeah. Didn't notice it just a few laps ago. It's about the same. I don't think it's any worse.
So keeping an eye on that. Alan Gustafson atop the pit box. There are fast cars and slow cars, and sometimes the track just isn't.
Motorsports cars in the top 8, including Chase Elliott, 5th place tonight. How do you sum up the kind of night you had this evening?
Well, I think a strong car would be the best way to put it. All the guys, Alan and entire NAPA group, worked hard, brought a fast car. Had a good qualifying effort, to start in the back, but we had a really good pit selection. I think that played a role in us gaining spots throughout the night, and we're happy about it. We're definitely not content. We want to be contenders. We're not satisfied with running 5th, and we feel like we have a group of guys that can do better. So we're going to keep working at it and try to get there.
Deciding to come and get the tires late in that pit stop, do it again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think being on offense is good, especially to wore out racetracks. So, Alan's decisions, I'm going to be all for, whether they go good or bad. So, whatever he says, I'm in for, and we'll make the most of it.
Nice job. Chase Elliott, 5th place.
He's going to be okay.
Now, while we were away, Chase Elliott had a vibration, perhaps a loose wheel. He made a pit stop and went a lap down. Chase Elliott went 2 laps down. And here's a look. Watch the 20.
Yeah, it blew pretty early as he
but see how close
into
you're
1.
so it's always out.
The 44.
Yeah, he just gets loose.
Yeah, he just drove in there and the thing didn't, it just came around.
Here's right before all that happened. 3 wide with the 6, the 11, the 47, the 24. 11 comes up, gets into the left rear of the 6. And then this is happening behind him.
That's some dead good racing right there, boys.
Probably be going to be shot.
I'm not exactly sure how to take that.
No, but they're right in the window. That's what they're telling him. We're right in our window. We're good to go.
I don't know if I heard good to go.
Green flag, Logano doesn't go. He holds up McMurray as everybody shoots around the 2 of them. Edwards, the leader. Chase Elliott battling for 2nd.
When was the last time a rookie won this race?
79, Dale Earnhardt.
Well, we got one that's looking right now.
I know it's not time to be patient, but he's got to really pick and choose his battle here. Because if he's going to make that move, he's got to make it precise and clean.
Logano finally got going. He's back in 17th.
Yeah, and he had worked so hard to get himself back up in the top 10. All for naught.
I love the aggressiveness of Chase Elliott on the outside on that restart. That's what you got to do if you're in that outside lane. You got to make it work.
What I'd be happy about is I got a little gap between me and the car running third right now. That little gap gives you
an outside lane.
10 laps to go when they come to the line. Carl Edwards against rookie Chase Elliott to decide it at Bristol.
Look who's way up top at 41. Getting a big run down the back straightaway. Man, he's aggressive on these restarts.
Boy, Chase better do something.
Yeah,
Don't
he's going to have to get in behind the 41.
Turn 3, Regan Smith. Hard into the wall.
Caution. Breed. Caution.
It's a double whammy for Chase Elliott because he was in second. Now he's in third.
Brad Keselowski had taken the wave around and he went 3 wide. And that pretty much.
Elliott's coming off his best career finish of 5th, and today even betters that by 1 position. You made it look easy, but it wasn't. You were 2 laps down after a loose wheel at one point. How did you overcome that?
I just had a really good Cody Blue Book Napa Chevrolet. Guys brought a fast car here this weekend and started off a little slow. Didn't qualify as low as we wanted to on Friday, but we hit on a couple things I thought right there towards the end of final practice yesterday that we really liked. Fortunately, that carried over today and was able to move forward. I hated to have a loose wheel, but stuff happens. Guys did a good job having a good pit stop under green, only losing 2 laps, and it gave us a shot to get back 1 down and then try to get back to the lead lap. So it was a long day, but definitely proud of the effort, and we're chipping away, just not close enough.
Chase Elliott, first time in a Sprint Cup Series car at Bristol. He brings it home 4th.
While you're on pretty good tires and you got them all in front of you, because you're going to get strung out here in a minute and it's going to be harder.
Saw Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting in the back of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. said, hey man, I want through here. I got a fast race car in the short runs.
Ooh, Jr. Oh no, that's Chase. Chase was
easy now, 3 wide. Zooming ahead.
Whoa.
That's not going to work.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I've never seen toothpaste squeezed back into the tube before. I think we just did.
Man, that was close.
You love the action here right after restarts.
Yeah, we saw this with Chase Elliott at the beginning of the race. His car works really good on the outside. It has really good short run speed, but really fell off as you see him.
Man,
he just closed the door on the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Better watch doing that.
That knocked the hinges off it.
Man, his car really takes off on the restarts.
I think he's trying to make up for the time he lost.
Carl is back.
And Kyle says, I'm not going to fight you for it. Not yet, anyway.
Nope.
Well, maybe.
Now, on the last restart, well, first restart of the season for Tony Stewart, and here was his reaction.
What the 24 did on that restart was sexy. That was pretty cool. I was busy looking at the one up in front of you, the 3 wide. That was pretty good.
Here's what Tony was talking about. You're riding with Chase Elliott.
Still got room behind both.
Wow.
3 wide. Still 3 wide. Still 3, 4 now.
That was definitely worthy of admiration by Tony Stewart. That was an aggressive move. There's something you didn't see out of the 24 car last year.
Would you have ever done that?
No.
Now, that is not a piece of tire. That's a brake duct, so that's a caution.
But I would have liked it. My team would have liked me to have done that.
Yes.
I mean, that was amazing. That was a very aggressive. That's what rookies bring. That's what young, talented drivers like that bring. They're willing to put it in there and take that big risk, and he's strong on the restarts.
Now, they were battling so hard because they were trying to get to a position to be the first car 1 lap down when the next caution came out. There was quite a battle there between Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. Larson gets the free pass.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to know motivation, why you want to be aggressive on those restarts and get up to that car that's 1 lap down that you're trying to pass?
I think Allen may have lit a fire under him.
Jamie.
Carl Edwards says he was just a little looser in and little looser.
Lucky break for, I don't know about lucky, but this guy's going to luck out pretty well here. He's been fighting. We've seen on restarts. He's been really aggressive. Chase Elliott, I think, gets the free pass.
He does.
I can't wait to watch him on the restart now that it's going to be for position.
He'll be more careful now.
And for the second time, who does that leave as the next car one lap down? Tony Stewart. So Casey Kane currently 6th, Chase Elliott 20th. Have you made your decision yet? And have you voted? Because Dale Earnhardt Jr. right now is undeclared.